Hey there, I hope you all are doing well. Today's wig is brought to you by ISee Hair. I'll be sure to leave their contact information below in the description box. There's the wig in that clear plastic baggie. Also inside of the box, there's kind of to send me 3D mink eyelashes and a ISee Hair manual. This is their virgin human hair kinky curly full lace wig. The length is 20 inches, density 130%, hair color natural black. This is what the inside of the wig looks like. Like I said, it's a full lace wig, so it comes with no tracks. On the inside of the wig, you get 3 combs and adjustable straps. The lace is Swiss lace, and the hairline comes a little bit pre-plucked, but the knots do not come bleached. So real quick, I'm just going to go in and bleach the knots. And to bleach it, I'm going to use this quick blue bleaching powder that you can find at your local beauty supply store. Also the 30 volume developer too. To help lay the flyaways down, I'm going in with my Got To Be Glued Freeze Blast spray, and I'm just spraying that on top of the hair by the hairline just to help mold and lay the hair down. You really don't want no flyaways on the lace while you're bleaching. And make sure you mix the bleach and the developer till it's like paste, kind of like whipped cream in a jar, you know, when you're making a cake. You want it to be really smooth, and I'm just taking this butter knife. I only use this butter knife to bleach my knots, and I'm just applying it all over the lace. I left the bleach on the knots for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then after that I went in and washed it out with purple shampoo and some silicone mix. And this is what the hair looks like fully wet, and this is what the hairline looks like when it comes. But I noticed that the wig did bleach a little bit. All of the knots did not bleach, but it's okay as long as it bleached lightly. So I already went ahead and braided down my client hair, and off camera I went ahead and did the ball cap method. And here is my beautiful client. She said hello, you guys, and she is the first client that I ever recorded at the shop, so yeah. But right here I'm just trying the wig on her head, seeing how I want to install it, if I want to install it with the lace, or if I want to go ahead and cut the lace off first then install it. And I went with the whole cutting off the lace first, but I'm also trying to follow her hairline. For some reason, my camera wasn't focusing on the item I'm using, but I'm going in with the tailored crowns. I think it's the light brown or the lightest shade they have in that lace tint collection. And then I spray it on the lace underneath, and then I blow dry it. And then I also go in with some Ruby Kisses foundation / concealer on the top of her cap, and then a little bit also underneath the lace. To really help this wig stick on her head, I'm going in with the Bold Hold hairline tape, and I'm going in with a couple of pieces. On top of that, I'm also going to go in with lace glue on top of it. The glue that we'll be using for her install is the Bold Hold active glue, and I went in with 4 layers of this glue, but on video I only showed me applying 2 layers because I wasn't sure if you guys really wanted me wanted to see me go back to back applying glue 4 times, so I just cut some of it out and just letting you guys know what I did. So remember, 4 thin layers. I'm sorry that I'm in the way for some of the installing. Like, I'm still new to this, recording on clients thing, but I really want to show you guys how I recorded on my clients. So if you was to come, you know what you dealing with and what's gonna happen and so and so. I am so sorry that my camera is coming up a little foggy. I really need a new camera. 1 minute is clear, 1 minute is foggy. But anyway, I had some extra lace attached to the wig. It was like a big chunk, so I just went ahead and cut that off. And now the spots that I missed on the wig, I'm just going back in with the got to be glue. Did y'all hear me? With the Bold Hold active glue and applying 4 layers. Now I'm just going to go in and tie down the hair for a few while I go ahead and style the hair. And to style the curls, I'm going in with a spray bottle full of cool water. And then on top of that, after the hair is nice and drenched in water, not too drenched because I didn't want to leave her dripping, I go in with the Nairobi foam wrap. And that really helps like style the curls and leave it nice and soft. You don't want like crunchy hard curls. Well, some people like that look, but that's not the look we were going for today. The product I'm using to style her baby hairs is the Nairobi foam wrap. It looks a little crazy right now, but I promise in the end it's all going to come together. After I styled her baby hairs, I went ahead and made her sit under the dryer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after that, she came back and the hair was more dry but also soft. And the hairline, the baby hairs, was a little hard, but that's the look we wanted. Now I'm just going to go in and comb out the baby hairs, but also pluck some of the baby hairs out because it's way too thick for her liking. On the roots, I'm just touching it up with some My First Wig Flyaway Tamer. Then after that, I go in with the hot comb to really melt the product in. Sorry that I didn't turn the chair around so you guys could see what I was doing, but all I did was apply some of that foundation / concealer that I used earlier on her ball cap method just to the parting so it could look a little bit more wider and natural. Oh yeah, and I also applied some of that product to the hairline. First, let me ask him what he thinks. What you think, sir? Sure. I had to mute what she said because of the copyright music in the background, but she did end up loving it, and I made sure I asked her twice, like, do she really love it, or is she just saying, let me know before you leave my chair, because the last thing I want is for a person to go home and they really not feeling the hair and they're all sad MOP. But she really loved it. The only downfall to it is She told me the same day that the wig did pop off, there wasn't enough glue because she do sweat a lot, especially since she had a lot of moving around to do that day. So when it was time to shower, it popped right off her head. So if she ever was to come back, I think I'm just gonna use like about 5 layers of glue and no tape. And I think it's so beautiful. This hair had minimum shedding, no tangling, and the density is thick for 130%. It's really nice and it blends well with the client's skin. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Later, you guys.